SEC tournament.
Ooh.
I've been so confused about the way the SEC has played out this season. Bama is has the best odds to win the tournament at plus 240, and Arkansas plus 300, close behind, followed by a 5, 6, and 700 odds between Tennessee, Florida, and LSU. There are some deep teams in the back that have shown they could beat the top seeds, like Missouri. Kentucky obviously has great coaching. Um, Ole Miss and Georgia have had their times this season. But how do you see this bracket playing out in the SEC?
I all right. First, I'm going to go the winner, Arkansas. I think Arkansas, hands down, is going to be the
Ooh.
winner of this game. Moses Moody. I said it the last show. I'm saying it again. This guy is a beast. He's a great guard, great facilitator. He can push it, and not only that, but he is a true scorer. Not only that, Arkansas is one of the hottest teams in the nation right now. In their last 12 games, they've won 11 games in their last 12. And then I'm gonna throw a little curveball. A lot of their record doesn't really show that they could do these upsets. But like you said at the start of one of our other shows, it's all about coaching. I think a great coach in Calipari, I think he could turn around Kentucky. I think Kentucky beats Mississippi State, upsets Alabama, who I'm not a favorite of, and beats Tennessee to make it to the SEC finals, a number
Ooh.
8 seed against Arkansas. Then I think Arkansas puts the hammer down and puts them away. But I got Arkansas against Kentucky in this
That would be an
division, and I got Arkansas walking away.
that'd be
Moses
an
Moody.
exciting Sunday because if Kentucky can go that deep in the tournament, they might be able to squeeze out, one of those tournament bids. Because as of right now, I think they're out of it. They're going to need either a deep run, which might get them in, or have to win the tournament. So it'd be an interesting Sunday seeing them battle in Arkansas for the SEC title and possibly fighting for March Madness berth. It'd be crazy to see on a Sunday, on Selection Sunday.
Yes.
Um, but for my bracket, I've been against that. I've been kind of speaking poorly about Alabama all season. So I think they're one of those teams that can get upset early by Kentucky, but I'll have them moving on to the semifinals to play Tennessee, who I think is so inconsistent, but the way their defense has been playing lately, and the size they bring, the rebounding ability, um, I think is something to watch in this tournament. They're seventh in defensive efficiency. So I think Tennessee will move out of the top side of that bracket. And then I think they do play Arkansas. Arkansas has been outstanding lately. Um, they've kind of gone on a win streak. I don't think they've lost since January, I think I saw. So it's hard to doubt such a hot team going into a one and done tournament, especially when they don't have the toughest side of the bracket there. So I think Arkansas, Tennessee, and then I'll have Tennessee pulling it off. I think they get back on track to being one of the top teams in the SEC. I'm not super high on the SEC, but I think Tennessee is able to pull it off. Um, and I think if you're looking at a dark horse, I also like Missouri. They started off the season outstanding on in out of conference play. They have a couple big wins against some big teams, so I think they're able to take out Georgia, and it comes down to them stopping Arkansas's winning streak. And I think that'll be a tough ask, but if they can, I think they can make a run to the final as well. Because I don't like that bottom section with LSU, Ole Miss, and South Carolina. So I think it comes down to Missouri or Arkansas making the final out of that bottom section, and we'll just have to see how that plays out in the SEC. But a lot up for grabs in the SEC. I know there's a few bubble teams in there. I think Ole Miss is on the bubble, Missouri, I think, as well. But we'll just have to see how that plays out. Kentucky obviously fighting for a spot, but it'll be interesting. And that's one of those tournaments that does end on Selection Sunday early in the day.
So I got a question for you, Tanner. Do you think that if Arkansas wins this SEC, that would slip them to a number 1 seed?
I think they would need. I don't think they control their own destiny. If that's what you're asking, I think they'd still need some help. I think it's going to be just because the way that the SEC's teams are ranked with Bama and Arkansas high up there, and then I don't think anyone else is ranked in the top 25. I think it's going to be hard to pick up those necessary um, quadrant one wins to boost their resume too much. I think if they win the SEC tournament, great, but I don't know if it jumps them above, a team like Illinois if they make the Big Ten title game. Some other teams like that. So it'll be. I mean, it's possible, but I think they'll need some help from other teams losing earlier than expected.
Cafe.
All right. Well, that will wrap up our SEC tournament.